Hi everyone, this bag is back. You know what that means. I'm going on a trip. I want to show you what I'm bringing with me. And we'll see what I actually end up using. But it's a little bit different of an approach than I feel like the last few videos I did about my travel makeup bag. So I thought I would at least show it to you guys and see, um, maybe I'll report back, maybe I won't, I don't know. So obviously I'm bringing some tools. I almost forgot that I think in the last video. But I think I'm bringing a little bit more tools this time. I'm actually going to a professional conference. So I do need to, have my tools with me and not just use my fingers for everything. But I'm not bringing a sponge though, but, a few eye things here, a few face things here. And so I think that's pretty straightforward. I will be probably using my fingers for this palette. It's my concealer palette. I really only need it for these two shades and the blush, but at least I have some blush in there because I was going to bring the whole cream blush and I was like, I'll just push it in here and hopefully it won't dry out. So far so good. But yeah, but this has been, I think that's what I'm realizing is like, oh, if I can really multitask some things, like these are good travel palettes, right? Like that's why I got these in the first place. And then let's see the other stick things in here. Sorry, this is like not in order, but that's fine. The pencil, trying to work through this. So I do have a few Project Pan things that I'm bringing, and I'm really hoping I'll see good progress on. I do need to sharpen this before I leave, so I'm leaving tomorrow, so I need to make sure I sharpen this because it's really stiff pencil, so one sharpen can probably last me a few applications. So I'll just try to sharpen this before I leave. And then, of course, my mascara. I'm actually hoping to buy a new mascara at the end. By the end of this trip, I have one makeup store in mind, which I'm very excited about, but this one's on its way out, so I need to get something to replace that. So I'll talk about my purchasing plans in a minute. And then I am bringing two lip products, additional lip products on top of the lipstick. This one is my DIY lip balm, Franken lip balm, and I am getting close to the end. Probably oh man, 2/5 of what you see at the top here is the plastic bit. So I might be able to finish it on this trip. I don't want to lose it, but I also really, really want to see it done. So I'm going to risk it. I'm going to bring it with me and see how it goes. And then I am also bringing my other DIY lipstick balm, I guess. It does have some pigment to it. Don't want to break it. It has a little bit more pigment, so I thought it would be more appropriate, like, as I'm going to be doing more businessy things, to have a little bit more pigment on my lips, because this one barely has any. Of course, I layered on top of the lip liner, but if I'm just like reapplying on the go, I might not have a lip liner on me. I do have a lip gloss in my purse right now, so I will have that on hand. And then I am bringing my Touch Up primer. This one is getting close, you guys. I know this was not intended to be a Project Pan update, but here's a little bit sneak peek what it's looking like. It is a very small crescent at this point. So I don't know if I'll finish on this trip, but I think I'll get at least a little bit more use on that. And then I am bringing my powder, which I haven't shown yet officially on this channel, but it is on my Instagram. I have hit Waffle Pan. And so I'm hoping to see that expand. And then I'm also bringing my face powder as well. This is my tried and true MAC face powder, which unfortunately I probably won't be buying again. I have a whole video on that, but anyways, I have still a lot left of this. I mean, these things come with like 15 grams of product, so so this is good. So I won't be bringing any like official foundation. I won't be bringing all of my cream bronzer and all that stuff, but I'm thinking that most of this will do. Oh, of course, my eye palette. I am actually going out on a limb and not bringing my Project Pan eye palettes or eyeshadows really, because all of mine are Franken shadows, so I'm afraid they're gonna break. But I'm finally gonna take this excuse to pull out this new to my collection palette. This was declared to me by Still Steph, so thank you, Steph. And this is the Twist of Slate by ColourPop. It's a very, very cool tone palette, which is not what I'm used to. The current palette I have is very warm tone. I have it actually right in front of me, so I can just compare the two. Yeah, like very different tones here, right? But for me, I always see it as an opportunity where if I really need to warm things up, I can actually use my blush as kind of a pinky tone over everything. But I've only used this once actually, just today, just to kind of test things out, and it's really nice. I mean, this is basically an eye primer, which is really cool. And then all these shades are kind of dark on me, so there's no good like skin tone setting shades, but I guess I can just use my like face powder for that. And then these are quite glittery and shimmery, but they're not as impactful as I thought they were. Like this one comes out super bright, but if I mix it, say with this one, if I mix them together, it really, really tones it down. So you can like barely see that now. So it's really interesting. So I definitely am looking forward to playing with this a little bit more and seeing what I get out of it. Of course, now this is looking dirty, so at least watch that. But yeah, it's interesting that the glitters aren't as impactful as they look in the pan, but I think that might be to my advantage because I am not a super shimmery type of girl. So not expecting to really see much happen out of this, but I am really interested in seeing how I like this or not. I really actually picked this up more to be intended as a mixer palette for my Franken shadows, but it'll be interesting to play around with it on its own. So no new eyeshadow palettes for me on this trip for sure, but the reason I've been mentioning what I might purchase on this trip is because I am actually restricting all of my makeup purchases to travel. So when I'm away somewhere, that's when I can purchase stuff that I need, right? So like essentials, things that are not in my problem category. So like no more blushes, no more face powder because it's gonna last me a while, and I do have other trips planned this year, so I don't need to, this isn't like my only trip to like purchase stuff. Of course, no more eyeshadow stuff because I have too many. No primers either, even though it's tempting because sometimes like when I look at my current primer and I'm like, I'm almost done, I can get more, but no, that's not the case. I like have a whole list for myself, like no primers. I have other primers to work on. Of course, no lipstick products. Very tempting because I do like my lip products. I think if I saw a really, really unique lip liner, that might be the only exception in terms of lip products, because this is my only lip liner, and so I'm not opposed to getting another one, but I don't really need lip liners either. Still thinking through that. Mascara, I mentioned that I need a new one of, so that is my one main goal for this trip, is to find a waterproof mascara to do that. No new brushes. Oh my goodness, no new tools. Oh gosh, a new eyelash curler is really tempting, but like an eyelash curler lasts forever. Of course, like no new concealer stuff or cream blush bronzer, none of that. No loose powders. I think the main things that were like on my to buy list was like a travel conditioner or like a travel like setting spray, or like stuff that I don't really have dedicated, like I don't know, like dedicated products for. And right now I'm just kind of making do with either DIY stuff or like I only have 1 or 2 bottles left of stuff. So things that are not excessive is what I'm trying to get at. So do definitely want to give myself a little bit of leeway for like stuff I could buy, but also trying to be strict with some of the things where I really don't need more of. So that's the plan. Wish me luck. But I am actually, I feel like this is more than what I usually travel with, but I think that this is a really, really good setup for me for like more business working type trip that I have this time around. So anyhow, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. I will report back on how this stuff worked for me, or not. I think I'll report back at least on the eyeshadow palette, because this is an interesting switch up of things from my norm. But otherwise, I'll be giving updates on some of the Project Pan items that are in here, so I'm super excited for that. Anyways, I gotta go finish packing. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.